What's going on, guys? What is going on? Welcome to the live stream. Thank you for stopping by. Welcome to the live stream. Don't forget to like, guys. Appreciate everyone coming to the live stream. What's up? What's up? What is going on? How's everyone doing today? Thank you to everyone stopping by, liking the live stream. Shout out to AI Story, Steven, Wisdom, Nate. How are you guys doing today? How's Toshi holding up? We'll take a look at Toshi. We'll take a look at it. I did buy some more Toshi the last 2 days, so. What song is this? So we'll take a look here at Toshi. Don't forget to like, guys. Each like helps. Toshi's still looking great, right? We're still in this massive pendant. This ascending triangle, basically, right? Basically in this uptrend. After this massive pullback. So, you know, at some point we're gonna break this top, this resistance top right here. And I mean, this could be where we bottomed out here, right? We came here for basically a double bottom, not a double bottom, but like a higher low technically, right? Because we wick down here to the 21. We lose that 21 and we come here near the 25. So I'm still very bullish on Toshi, and this is why I've been buying. I've been buying Toshi. Now, is there a chance we can come here, break that 25 here? Yeah, but I'd see more upside than downside here for Toshi, in my opinion. Okay. If you come here for a double bottom here to our June low, it'll be around 0.0004, which is possible, right? If we have a big dump for Bitcoin. But I'm bullish on Toshi long term. You see right here. I would say if we do have a big crash, I would say the bottom could possibly be around here, 0.0051, right? Looks like we want to test that Fibonacci level in that 200 MA on the daily, and on the weekly. On the weekly, that's around that Fibonacci level. So yeah, there's a chance we do dump down there, but again, I'm DCAing into Toshi. I think this is going to be a big runner. Even despite Bitcoin coming down like 15K, it's still holding up extremely well. So these are good signs. These are signs that Toshi will explode very soon later on. What does lower high and higher lows indicate? It basically indicates the momentum of the project, of the coin. So like, right, like for example, H bar is a great example. You can see we put in a higher high and then a higher low right there. Right, that's telling us that the momentum is to the upside. It's probably going to continue to the upside. And there's a strong bullish momentum to the upside. Breaking the previous resistance high, pulling back, putting in a higher low here at the previous resistance high. So this is all bullish momentum and continuation most likely to the upside. And the same thing for, you know, the opposite, right? Like Sandbox and other coins out there that are putting in lower lows. I mean, look at that, right? So you can see lower lows, and it's failing to put in a higher high. Okay. What's up, Brian? Don't forget to like. Thank you guys for coming to the live stream. The XRP. I think XRP is a great buy under $3. Okay, I think it's a great buy under $3. I'm kind of surprised. We're about to go back over $3, but XRP is my biggest holding. So I just bought a little bit more here under $3. I think this is a bull flag here, right? For XRP on the daily. We can see right there. This looks like a classic bull flag. Missed you. Missed you too, Brian. Shout out to all of you guys on here. Appreciate it. By the way, if you guys haven't yet, follow me on YouTube and follow me on TikTok. I'm active. These are the two platforms where I live stream the most. But man, you guys are awesome. Thank you guys. Absolutely amazing. You know, Bitcoin holding strong. So the bullish case here for Bitcoin is that we bottomed here in the 21 on the weekly, right? Because we can see we got a good bounce here off the 21 MA, which is in blue on the weekly. So that's a good sign. That could, you know, that could possibly mean the bottom's in right there. And I mean, if I were to guess, if I were to bet, I would say the bottom is in, right? That is the bottom right there, being September and bouncing off the 21 just like that. But again, there's always a, you know, risk we can go back. You also see right here on the monthly. Welcome back. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it. XLM or XDC. Man, those are two great coins. I would probably pick XLM, but XDC is lower cap, so, you know, it doesn't hurt to have maybe 10% XDC or 20% XDC and then the rest in XLM. But those are pretty good coins. Yeah. But yeah, I'm pretty bullish on Bitcoin. I believe this is a high probability that was the bottom, and it's only up from here. Right? This could be the, especially like I think I talked about this last stream, right? What I seen here, inverse head and shoulders playing out here, which so far is playing out really nicely. We haven't really confirmed it yet with the explosion up, but if we confirm this inverse head and shoulders here for Bitcoin, right, the next move is around 117 here, 117K. So I'm pretty optimistic here for Bitcoin. And seeing also how other altcoins are holding up extremely well. We see Dogecoin going to what is it, like 23 cents? So Dogecoin up 7% today, or the last 2 days. By the way, guys, don't forget to like. Once we get to at least 1,000 likes, we'll do the crypto market update of the day, where I'll give you an update here at the market. So don't forget to like. But yeah, I kind of see that inverse head and shoulders playing out. This could be the, you know, this pivoting pattern here happening for Bitcoin, with the bottom being in right there. Okay. Which is literally, I mean, man, it's literally so identical to what happened last September and August, guys. I mean, it's really, I'm not even, you know, I'll compare right here. Last September and August. So you can see right here, we have a massive dump here in August, right? The last week of August, you know, 107, whatever. And then again, the September 2nd or September 2nd or September 1st, you dump again here to 107, the same level here, right? Now you go here back to last August. I'm gonna show you how crazy this is. Look at this. Last September and August, Bitcoin in August, right? We have the massive dump to 49K. Okay, so in August we have the massive dump. We recover, but then in early September, literally September, what is that? September 6th, we have another big dump, right? Making people believe we're gonna break that 49K level that we had in August. So this is, I mean, this is very similar to what's happening right now. And then after that dump in the first week of August, just like it is right now, we go up. So fast forward, it's something pretty similar. It's not as exaggerated as last time, right? It's not a huge dump like it was last time, but we see the big dump here in August. Then we recover a little bit, but then we come here to retest those lows here in the first week of September. So yeah, thank you guys for liking. WIF is going to the moon. Yeah, how's WIF is looking at? I have a long on WIF still. I still got my long on was the World Liberty coin. 21 cents. Okay, still not up a ton. Any targets for a coin? What coin? ICP. We'll take a look at ICP. I'm pretty sure ICP is still super flat, right? Yeah. I mean, ICP is just so flat. It's not really going to move until weeks later or months later after the market moves. It's a slow mover. Right? It's not going to be a front runner. But I'm not going to tell you it's bearish. I still believe in ICP bullish here, moving big, but later on, right? It's not going to be a front runner like Sui is or Dogecoin or other coins like that. Thank you guys for the likes. Gonna take a long entry at Bitcoin. I mean, it depends, right? If you're doing a swing trade here, you're looking to take profits at 115, 117. You're doing a low leverage trade. It doesn't hurt right now. I'm not gonna lie, right? I'm more bullish than bearish on Bitcoin right now. So, you know. Lena, thank you. Shout out to Lena for the gifts. Thank you for the cats. Yeah, I'm off today. That's why I'm live streaming right now. Yeah, so I'm doing a day live stream here. I sold some of my ETH to buy other coins and they went up. That's awesome. Shout out to Itachi. If you don't mind, what coins did you buy? Which coins did you convert your Ethereum to that went up? Ron says, hey Lewis, good morning. I've never seen you on so early. Can you check what's going on with Toshi? Does not seem to be catching on. Does not seem to be catching on. Thanks. Yeah, I will, Ron. Thank you for coming to the live stream. And I'm early today. I have off today, so that's why I'm early. Try to catch some, you know, other groups of people to my live stream. Some, maybe I'll do a double live stream today, but usually I'm on during the nighttime. I just have off today. Look, my opinion on Toshi, I'm still super bullish on Toshi. Go here on the monthly. We're still in this nice uptrend. You can see that, the market dumped, Bitcoin dumped 15K down. And Toshi, yeah, it did pull back here, but it's not like we're putting in a new low. This is this is basically an ascending triangle. And basically how ascending triangles look like is, we have the top, and then we have a uptrend, right? A higher low, higher low, higher low. And then it just comes to a point where we just break that top. That double top here, this resistance. So ascending triangles are very, very bullish, and that's why I've been buying Toshi. I think this coin, on this pullback on the weekly, we bounced on the 25. Last pullback, we bounced on the 25 and 21 right there. We got that golden cross. So I'm still super bullish on Toshi. It is one of the coins I'm buying on the dip. Okay, could we dump lower here and test that 200 MA on the daily? Sure, right? So if we have another big dump for Toshi, I would say a good deal here. It's 00051 around here. But we might not go down that low, right? This might be the bottom. We might start to curve up. So you never want to go all in. And you never want to be greedy and wait for the exact bottom, because it might not go down low. But overall, I'm bullish on Toshi. Okay, I was wondering why you were on now. Yeah, I'm on. I have off today, so usually sometimes when I have off, I'll go during the day, because it's great too to go live at different times, because you catch other people that never seen your content before your live streams. Boba Network, no, I never checked it out. I bought some render Caspa and Ando and still have some USDT. Oh, that's pretty good. I have all those. I mean, except the render. I already sold my render, but I converted it to another coin. So I'm shorting Bitcoin at 14K. Anytime, Ron. Anytime. Top says he's gearing up for a nice Q4. So I use BitUnix. All the ones that I use are in the link bio. You can check it out in the link bio. I don't like talking about them here because every time I talk about it here on TikTok, I get banned, and I don't want to risk my account. But all the ones that I use are in my link bio, and if you use my link, you get a big deposit bonus depending on the platform, right? All the ones, they give you basically free crypto if you use my link. I think someone said Chainlink, right? Let's see how Chainlink is looking. I think last streams I said Chainlink has a chance of coming back here to 20 cents. And we start to see that pullback here, right? We didn't quite hit that Fibonacci target, but it's all good. We came here to around 21, and now we're back to 23 cents. But either way, Chainlink is looking great too. This is a great chart here. Even though we lost at 25, 21. So, I mean, if we pump here, 23, basically 24 bucks could be a resistance, and then pull back, put in a higher low, and then, break that. If we have a massive dump, that 21 bucks, 20 to 21 bucks right here could be the bottom here for Chainlink. But either way, Chainlink is looking very, very strong. Like I said, not a lot of altcoins are dumping with Bitcoin. There's a lot. You see a lot of money flowing into altcoins like Chainlink and Ethereum as well. Waiting for AVAX to drop to 21 to buy more. Can AVAX drop to 21? Man, I don't know. Let's see. I'm liking AVAX's chart a lot. But honestly, I think there's a higher chance AVAX can come back to like 30 than 21. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying it can't, but I just see based on how the chart looks, right? It's looking pretty bullish. It looks like it's gonna break out pretty soon. So that's what I say all the time, right? A lot of times we wait for these lower targets, and sometimes they don't come. But the way that I like to buy. I've been buying AVAX when it was at 24, 23. But AVAX is also kind of like an ascending triangle too, right? And like I said, ascending triangles, they're pretty bullish here because they have this resistance, clear resistance, and then they have this higher low, right? This nice uptrend. And then once we tighten up here, we get toward the end, we break out to the upside usually. But that's what I'm seeing here for AVAX. You can also see right here on the monthly. So on the monthly, the big resistance here, the 25, is around 27 bucks. 25 MA. As you can see right here, look, last month, we went near that 25 MA, rejected. The one before that, we literally wicked to that 25 MA, rejected. Then 5 months ago, we got rejected at that 25. So the 25 MA for AVAX is a big resistance point, which is around 27.88. Thank you guys for the follows. Don't forget to like. Once we get to 1,000 likes, we'll do the crypto market update of the day. So don't forget to like. Gav's dad on early today. Let's go. Shout out to Gav's dad. Thank you, bro. Thanks for coming to the live stream, even at this time. But yeah, I'm early today. I have off today, so I decided to come on here, try to see, catch other people here in the live streams to my channel at different times, different time zones. But thank you to everyone coming on here. It really means a lot. Polygon, please. Man, you guys love You know, Matic, we'll do an update here on Matic. But yeah, I think last time I checked out Matic, it was way down here. It looked like it did pump a little bit. Gav's dad, thank you. Shout out to Gav's dad for the gifts. Always giving me gifts. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. So, I mean, yeah. We can pump a little bit more higher here, right? It's just gonna be, there's gonna be a lot of resistance here. If you want to short or take profits around 32, 31 cents, 33, right? There's gonna be a lot of resistance right here for Matic. You could already start to see that we're starting to get some resistance here, but I did say, like, even though Matic looks horrible for long term, I definitely am not looking to hold this coin long term. Doesn't mean it can't pump up, right? It's just, it's down so much that it's most likely it's just gonna go up a little bit. And yeah, I mean, we might pump. Matic could top out here around 69 cents to $1. Right, we might have a lower top. Kind of fool people thinking that we're gonna go back to all-time highs. So I would be careful with Matic. It's just a different bull market. There's more competition. Doesn't mean you can't make some good money here, some good profit on Matic. Just 33 cents could be a big resistance point right there. Okay. And then especially once we break 33 cents, especially right here in the golden pocket around 40, what was that, like 45 to 50 cents right here. That's going to be a lot of resistance. TA on useless. We'll do TA here on useless. Now before that, we got 1,000 likes. Thank you guys. Let's do the crypto market up to date here. Before, actually, we'll do useless first. Then we'll do the crypto market of the day. I thought Baby Doge was a good idea until I noticed 98% of the supply is already bought. Really, 98%? Wow. And it's on Binance, right? So it's a BNB coin. I have a little bit of Baby Doge, not a ton. So useless. Some big months here. You know, 4 big months here. Pumping up here to our, to what is that? The 50 MA. So we're getting some resistance here. So most likely we're gonna pull back here, right? We're getting some resistance here. Let's see where we can possibly pull back here. I mean, it kind of makes sense here too, because this was where useless had a nice bounce. This exact point of control right here. So I would see useless pulling back here. Let's see where we could pull back here. So, you know, we can pump a little bit higher here, maybe 26, 27, this target, and then start to pull back. Obviously, the first level is that 23, 33, but I would say somewhere in this level right here for sure, 21, 22. Kind of meeting up, right? Kind of catching up with that 25 and 21, around that 22, 20 cents level. But, I mean, so far, looking great. Useless is looking great here, this nice recovery. It just needs to pull back, put in the higher low. Right? If we pull back, put in the higher low, and we can continue this uptrend to recover back to July highs, which was around 42 cents. Okay. No, there's not an ETF for a Dogecoin yet, but there's 2 big players that filed for Dogecoin ETFs, and I believe they will get approved this year. It's just my gut feeling. We got ADA, VeChain, but before that, let's do the crypto market update of the day. Let's check out here what's pumping on the day here. What's going on here? Wild's up 43%. So Wild up 43%. MYX, never heard of this coin. MYX Finance up 214%. So this is like the new coin. Man, this is the new coin in the top 100 because it passed here. You can see right here. It shows you how many coins they passed in market cap, how many coins they passed in rankings, right? This coin passed 79 coins to come to 83. So I don't know anything about this coin, but it's up a ton here and new in the top 100. We got SPX, we got Hex, Pengu. So we got a pretty good market today. Right, just a couple coins are down, but the majority of everything is up pretty nice here. Floki's up 7%. Render's also up 7%, as you can see right here. So, and AVAX up 5%. So not bad, not a bad market today. Yeah, MYX. ADA, please. We'll take a look here at ADA. One of my favorite coins. You can see ADA's starting to... I believe ADA's going to keep going up from here. I don't see it pulling back too hard. I really don't. Yeah, and we were lucky to see ADA pull back here from... We hit $1. And we came here to, what was it, like 78 cents, right? But you can see how, you know, we wick down here. But we're not closing below here. We're holding. This is a bullish sign here for ADA, right? This is why I love showing you guys here the charts, because the charts will give you signal, small hints on when a coin is bullish. But you can see here at the Fibonacci level, we wick down here below 80 cents, but we come right back up and we're closing above here. We're not dumping all the way back to 70 cents. That's not what ADA is doing. We're closing above here, above 80 cents, and we're slowly starting to work our way up here to later put in a higher high above probably like $1.10 pretty soon. All right, I'm on the weekly, so this might take 1 or 2 weeks, and we might see ADA back at $1.11 very soon. Okay. So I'm loving ADA's chart. Go right here on the monthly. On the monthly, it looks even better because we bounced on that golden pocket in the 25 MA right there. Bounce. And now we have all that momentum to the upside. And even when you look at the stochastic, we were very overbought, oversold. And now the momentum is starting to curve up. You see that? Just like ADA's curving up. So ADA's a great coin. That is still, in my opinion, is still a great deal under $1. Because, I mean, you look at it, ADA is still a 3x from its all-time highs. And I believe ADA will not just break its all-time highs, which is a 3x away. I believe it has everything to go to 6 to even $10, right? 6 to $10, somewhere around here could be the top. Yeah. David Garcia says, how about Bitcoin Cash, bro? Sure, we'll check it out. Just don't forget to like, guys. All ask us for likes. For you guys to like the live stream. And for you guys to check out my links. What's Bitcoin Cash's thing? Cash. Oh yeah, BCH, my bad. BCH. Thank you for the likes. Guys been killing it with the likes. Yeah, BCH also not looking too bad either. I mean, there's other more bullish charts out there, but you can see we're coming back here to this level that we're most likely going to break, right? So we can see BCH back to $700 pretty soon here. You know, if we do have a big pullback, I would say 507, 502 around here could be the low. Around there. I'm going to bounce there, and then our next target is around 700 somewhere. So, you know, you look at this coin, the momentum is to the upside. We see right here on the weekly and also on the monthly. This is a really bullish recovery because we came back down, right? We pulled back here and bounced on that 25, the 21 right there. And we got that golden cross right there. We bounced also on the golden cross with the 25 crossing the, what is that? The 50 MA, right? The 25, 50 MA cross. Massive bounce. And, you know, we might stay choppy, pull back a little bit, but very soon, $700 Bitcoin Cash. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. Thank you guys for the follows. My boy says, how about Sui? Sui's one of the coins, right? And I share, I'm honest with you guys. I share you all the coins I'm buying on this pullback. Sui's one of those coins I'm buying. Even though it's up a ton here, if you think you missed out on Sui, you know, I still think Sui has some big legs up here. I can see this coin going to 15 to even like in the 20s, right? But at least $15 I see Sui getting up to based on the measured move. But you know, Sui's kind of a front runner, so you might start to see Sui take off first. So if you start to see Sui take off, that could be a good sign the market's going to take off soon. But Sui has a great structure. And it's a big reason why I'm buying it, because you can see, right, this is a nice bullish uptrend that we're on. Higher highs, higher lows. And then very soon, we're going to break our big higher high here from back in January around 539. We're just basically consolidating upwards, right? Consolidating upwards before we really make that explosive move up. Okay. And you can see right here on the weekly too, we pull back to that 50, which is in teal, the 25, which is in yellow, and the 21, which is in blue. The 21 is getting some resistance right now, but I see this being the higher low that we need, bouncing off on these critical MAs, on these critical moving averages. And very soon we'll break that 25, the 21, and then we'll start to work our way up back to $4. So yeah, just my honest opinion. I think Sui's, it's going to start to rep up very soon. I believe this is the bottom right there. Okay. If that isn't the bottom, then if we drop here to 305, right, 305, 310, then that would probably be the bottom. So just my opinion. Thank you guys for the likes. Absolutely killing it today. We almost got 4,000 likes. Shout out to you guys on YouTube as well. Mike Hawk says, can we get a full option opinion on XRP? I can't decide if I want to buy more on the next dip. I keep hearing it's not going to pump like everyone thinks, and it will be a long hodl. Look, I'll give you my opinion on XRP. Again, nothing is financial advice. I think XRP under $3 is a good deal. To me, XRP is a long hold. I'm obviously going to take profits here, depending on where the market is. Not even depending on where XRP is, depending on where the market is, where Bitcoin is, where the total market cap, and whether XRP is at $5 during that time or $20. I don't care, right? Depending where the market is, maybe Q4, Q1, Q2, 2026, I'm going to take big profits. But I'm still going to leave a little bit for XRP for long term. But right now, my opinion, I think under $3 is a great deal. I think under $3 XRP is a great deal. I believe this is a bull flag here that XRP is in, that, yeah, we can go down lower here. If we go down lower, like I said, my target 260, 265 here. We can kind of meet up with that 21 MA, which is in blue, right? That 21 right there. The 25 MA is around 250. So, but, you know, we've been basically in this bull flag here, in my opinion. And we're starting to break out of this and continue our long-term target to 550. We get that long-term target from our previous bear flag, bull flag, right? You get that target, and you know, brings us around 550. I'm pretty bullish on it. Pretty bullish on it. I mean, this could be the break out of that bull flag here that we need to explode up. So. But we're all pretty bullish. Chainlink's an amazing coin. I think this coin is great too. It's holding up extremely well. Again, I don't know if the bottom is in here for Chainlink. Could it come down here to retest $20? Yeah. But we take a look here on the daily. That daily 50, we didn't hit it yet. It's around 21. Where we're starting to see a nice bounce here. We could get a retest here at the $24, right? I mean, either way, I think Chainlink is in this bull flag. And basically a bull flag, guys, all it is we have the momentum, which is up. So a bull flag, the momentum is going up, and then we have a nice pullback in this downward descending channel. That's what a bull flag is. And, you know, we're assuming that we're going to break out of this descending channel and start to move up here in this long-term trend here, which is this up, you know, this uptrend here for multi-month uptrend. Just like right here, right? Just like you see how, you know, we have a nice inverted head and shoulders, boom, boom. Chainlink pulls back, bull flag, right? And then bounces off right there, off these critical MAs, off the 50. And then boom, continues the uptrend. And now we're having something similar here, which again, look, you see how we're getting, we don't hit exactly the 50 MA, which is in teal. We get close to it, but we get a big bounce. Right here is the same thing's happening. We get close to the 50 MA, right? But we're starting to get a bounce here. So that could be the low right there. That could be the low. There's a high probability that is the low right there for Chainlink. That's why I think it's, you know, Chainlink's always a great coin to buy, because you want to look here at the long term and you want to see, okay, this coin, you look here at the multi-month and it's looking great. We are on this upwards momentum. to break 30 bucks. Okay. Ondo. So honestly, I'll see 30 bucks Chainlink very soon. Ondo's another great coin too. You see this upwards momentum on this massive pullback. A lot of coins put new lows, but Ondo put in a higher low. Right, we wick down here, but we put in the higher low. We're still in this nice long-term ascending channel for Ondo. And right now, I'm pretty sure right now we're trying to create some type of inverted head and shoulders. You can't see it because I'm on the monthly, but if I zoom in here, we get a magnifying glass. We zoom in here on the weekly. Look at that. Exactly. You see that? Ondo is creating an inverted head and shoulders, which is a very bullish bottoming pattern, which basically we have the shoulder, the head, and now we're creating that second shoulder. We can drop a little bit more, but this could be the bottom for the second shoulder, and then we can start to work our way up. So Ondo's looking great. It's looking great. These are the small hints, the small signals that I share with you guys on coins that are worth buying, that are giving you these bullish hints, bullish signals before they break out, right, guys? Like, you want to buy before they break out. You want to buy when it's boring, when it's not all over the news, when people are not talking about it. Just like Crow. Crow was one that I was talking about so much here in the live stream. Back when it was around 10 cents and it was boring and we were just choppy right here. As you can see, just choppy. I was talking about Crow all the time. And then, you know, we had this massive explosion. And I even got the pullback for Crow. I posted a video here. You can check it out on my TikTok live. I was live when Crow hit 37 cents. And you know, Crow's around 30 cents. I was like, okay, we can top out here on 37 cents. And then from there, we'll pull back here to this Fibonacci level around 25 cents. And that's exactly what Crow did. So it's right here on my TikTok for proof. You can check it out. I was literally live in the live stream, and I mean, look at that. We came to our target, 25 cents. Now, if we have a big pullback here, I don't expect Crow to come back here to 18 cents, but there's a big chance it could come back here to test its previous top, right, which is around 20 to 19, around 20 to 19. Right, so I mean, there's a big chance Crow can do that for sure, which is where our previous top was in. But right now, it doesn't hurt to, you know, it doesn't hurt to buy more. It pulled back decently here to our first Fibonacci target, so that's the way I like to buy, right? The first target is here. Okay, I'll buy some, you know, because there's a chance it could take off from there, and that could be the bottom. But you know, I'll buy some. I don't go all in. Well, if it loses that target, it comes to the next target here, then I'll buy some more. I'll probably buy even more. Right, because this lower target most likely will hold this level. So Crow is kind of, you know, let me zoom in here to see if there's a chance we can actually hit that 20 cents. Because we are pretty overbought on the weekly. Maybe we want to pull back a little bit. And we're starting to break that Fibonacci level. So yeah, I mean, I would say there's a chance Crow can come here to that 50. I mean, it would be around the 50 MA by that time, right? 19, 20 cents. So there's a big chance, you know, we can have a big red candle, right? 20 cents, 19, and then we bottom around there. So little Calvin. Thank you, Harley. I appreciate it. Thank you, man. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much for the likes. Anytime, Mike. One narrative is Crow. Crow. I'll probably put Crow as a, you know, as an exchange coin. DeFi a little bit, I guess, right? DeFi, also CeFi, I guess, because they exchange. But you can do DeFi on Crow, on Chronos. But I'll put it as a more of an exchange coin. Like BNB, like Binance. How about Fetch? Fetch, let's take a look at Fetch. Also near protocol. VeChain, yeah, I forgot about VeChain. So Fetch. Again, Fetch is, you know, it's been holding up pretty well. Where it hasn't been dumping down here with the market, with Bitcoin. And we can see on the monthly, we're very oversold. But we haven't really, you know, the switch is going to flip here. It's going to be, once we start to curve up here a little bit, right? Which could be soon, right? We can start to curve up here on the monthly. By that time that happens, we're going to start to see fetch start to move up here to 70 cents around there. On the weekly, we're pulling back. But again, you know, fetch is pulling back, but it's holding these levels here really well, right? It's in this pendant. It's in this descending triangle here. So there's a chance if we have a lower move here to the market, we can break this down and come here to the 618, which is 51 cents. But there's also a chance the market can move up and we can break out of this and test these 80 cents level again, right? Especially since we're starting to see here, we're starting to see some bullish crossovers on the weekly with the 50 MA, the 21 MA crossing over the 25, right? The 25 is about to cross over the 200 MA. So there's a lot of bullish, and look, these are the times you want to buy. When the MAs are kind of, you know, all like this together, right? Kind of like a wired headphones all tangled up like that. That's when you want to buy, even though we can fall down lower. Usually during that time, it doesn't take too long until we start to see a pump to the upside. Right. But overall, fetch is not, you know, it's not looking too bad. It's holding up extremely well. Maybe if you want to be safer, you might wait a week here to kind of see how it reacts here, because on the daily it is getting some resistance here on the 200. So you might pull back, and if we pull back, are we going to break that 59 cents low and go to 56 or even 50 cents? So if you want to be safer, you can wait till mid-September or to see how the market reacts to the rate cuts or whatever. But overall, pretty bullish here. I'm him. Good morning. Thanks for coming to the live stream. VeChain. Let's take a look at VeChain. Thank you guys for the likes. VeChain, again, like I'm bullish on VeChain. It's just a boring coin, just like Crow was before it took off. But you know, I believe VeChain has everything to take off soon. You can even see right here. You know, today was a big green day for VeChain. You know, we got to, and again, these are the hints, right? Before we have a big move up. Got a big pump here to that 50 MA. Right, we might come here to the 200, was around 24. And the next coming days, we might come up here back to 26. So on the daily, we're looking strong here. The momentum is looking like you want to move up to the upside to overbought. So VeChain is looking great. It's looking great for a big move here back to 26, 0.26. And then after that, I would say the big target is around 30, right? 0.30, 3 cents around that 50 MA. Which we got a resistance back here. So most likely we'll pump up here to 0.3, 3 cents. Get some resistance, pull back a little bit, maybe 28, 26. And then take off. And this is another big reason I'm bullish on VeChain on the weekly. Right here. We're gonna very soon have that 50 and 200 crossover. It might take a couple days, maybe a week or so, before we got that 50, 200 crossover, which is very good. It's very bullish. And this is on the weekly. And that's honestly why VeChain is kind of boring. It's kind of moving very slow. It's because that 200 is still coming down. Once we get these crossovers, we're going to start to make some big moves here back to 4 cents. Thank you guys for the follows. Near protocol, yeah, let's take a look here at Near. And we'll take a look at H-bar as well next. If you guys are new, by the way, definitely follow. I do these live streams all the time. Usually I'm live during the nighttime, Eastern time. So, and I do a lot of crypto content. If you guys are beginners in crypto, feel free to ask any question. Near also kind of looking like VeChain a little bit, right? Very choppy. You know, but we're starting, I'm pretty sure on the daily we are up on the, we're up on the daily. So we're starting to move up. Momentum starting to move up here on stochastic. You can kind of see we're starting to move up on the daily. So that signals to me that most likely we're going to continue this pump to 271, get some resistance, pull back a little bit, and then, you know, break that to back to 280 or something. But Near is looking great. You know, I've been procrastinating on getting this coin. I might get it today or tomorrow. All right. We're getting to some major MAs here. And again, like, you want to buy when we're like under the MAs. You see how Near is under the MAs here, and you know, you could have been buying here, and now we're starting to pump, and we're in the MAs here at the 200 MA, getting some resistance, but you know, very soon we'll be above it, back to 270. So either way, you know, Near is looking pretty good. And look, on the big picture here for Near, what it's basically doing is inverse head and shoulders. So on the big picture, it's forming a very bullish bottoming pattern. If that was the low right there. If that was the low, this is a textbook inverted head and shoulders here for Near protocol, which is very bullish long term, right? We're going to get some big moves here when we confirm this, when we get a bounce off this inverted head and shoulders back to 377 and then $5. So pretty bullish on Near. What's up, Summer? Thanks for coming to the live stream. All right, who asked for a, someone asked for a H bar, right? Yeah, H bar. Do they charge you to send it from wallet to wallet? What are you talking about? Which from wallet to wallet? What do you mean? Like exchange to exchange? I mean, they charge you if it's not an exchange. If it's just a hot wallet, it's just the gas fees. But some exchanges charge you, but it's like really low, depending on the network. So it's like, you know, sometimes in the cents, sometimes it's just $1 or $2, but it's really not that much. All right, so H bar. H bar is one of the most bullish setups here. You got that nice double bottom, right? We were right, boom, boom, boom. We broke through it. Now we're coming back for that retest. Every coin that's bullish does this, right? We come back here for the retest, and then we bounce on the retest. If you want to get more H bar, if you haven't got an H bar, you buy it on the retest. So the probabilities here, you know, if I were to bet, I would say the probability is H bar bounces off here. I would say this is the higher low. Yeah, we can go down a little bit lower, right? But the higher low is somewhere in this level for sure. And we continue this upward uptrend here for H bar. So very bullish on H bar. I think this is a very bullish structure, and pulling back here to this past resistance level. Now it's going to be a bull market support level. Sean says yes. Yeah, so like all exchanges will charge you on withdrawal fees, but most of the time it's like really low fees. The only times it will be like a little bit higher is if it's like an Ethereum network. It might be like $5, $4. It depends. But it depends on the coin you're sending. Usually it's pretty low. Yeah. But yeah, guys, just want to say thank you guys so much. If you guys are new, definitely follow. What do you think about H bar? Is it possible? Yeah, I'd say H bar. H bar, I'll give you a price prediction on H bar. I would say, you know, we'll do a Fibonacci here on the H bar. Oh, you know, my targets for H bar is like 125, like 125 to 177. And then we have if we have a big explosive bull market, the highest I see it going to is around here at 350. Somewhere in the 358 level. Okay. But yeah, most likely, you know, 125 to $2, somewhere in this level, you can top out. I'm pretty bullish on H bar. But yeah, guys, don't forget to like. Thank you guys so much for the likes. You know, maybe I'll do a double live stream here today. Again, if you guys want to check out the places where I buy crypto, you get free crypto with the signups in my link in the bio. So check it out. Solana. No, I haven't done Solana yet. Solana's been looking really good here on the monthly. You can see how the bullish, look at that. You see that stochastic? We are curving up here. We are curving up here, gearing up to break all-time highs here for Solana. Even though we're overbought on the weekly, doesn't mean we can't continue to pump up here. Just because we're overbought on the weekly, we can definitely keep pumping up here for Solana. In this massive uptrend that just doesn't want to stop. I mean, we can have I've seen plenty of times where we have kind of this, you know, ascending wedge or whatever. And then we just have a massive boom, right? We just have a massive explosion. So I'm bullish on Solana. I think this coin is going to go back to, you know, over 300 bucks very soon. It's just a matter of time. And I mean, it's very rare that you see Solana do something like this, right? This ascending wedge. I mean, last time it did something like this. I mean, you can't really see here on the weekly. All right. Yeah. It's really rare that you see Solana doing something like this. And I believe it's going to explode very soon. But thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for 10,000 likes. We hit 10,000 likes. Absolutely amazing. If you guys knew, by the way, follow. I do these live streams all the time, usually during the nighttime. So who knows? Maybe I'll do a double live stream today. We'll see. But I decided to do the live because I'm off today. And overall, guys, I'm bullish on the market. Bitcoin, I'm bullish on Bitcoin. We can see right here on the monthly. On the weekly, we bounced off that 21, the 21 MA. I'm liking that bounce right there. And I like the fact that we resetted the weekly. So the weekly got a nice reset. And actually, I see hidden bullish divergence on the weekly. I do. And you guys know what that means, right? You can see right here my cheat sheet. If you guys want to get my cheat sheet, you can check it out in the link in the bio. Actually, I have a whole course, the 8 signals to sell the top. You can check out my course if you like my content. But look, hidden bullish divergence here. So we got a higher low for Bitcoin, but here on stochastic on the weekly, which is huge because the weekly is huge, we got a lower low. You see that? So we got a major drop here, lower low. So that to me is hidden bullish divergence according to my cheat sheet right there. Hidden bullish divergence right there. Again, I teach this all in my course, 3 hours long. It's called the 8 signals to sell the top. It will basically grow your intuition to sell the top of this bull market. Check it out in the link in the bio. But I just want to say thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys very soon. Love you guys so much, and catch you guys in the next one. Peace.